Hello, YouTube. The Casual Cutter here, and this is actually my first video upload in over 3 years.
Say what?
I'll get to the whys and reasons for that in a later video, but I did want to kind of make a video to show what was sent to me by Rothman Knives and give you guys a heads up as to what he's doing, because he is doing some pretty cool stuff out of his shop right now. If you've watched any of my past videos or followed me on Instagram over the years, you'll probably know I'm not much of a slip joint guy, but that is exactly what we have inside of this impressive tin right here. It is a slip joint. I want to tell you a little bit about Rothman Knife Company and about, what he's offering at the moment with his new Fabricator series. So basically, Mike Rothman, who is a true one-man show out of Manlius, New York, he began making knives when he decided to kind of just give it a shot as a hobby. He's a welder and fabricator by trade, but now about 5 years later, he's absolutely crushing the slip joint game with handmade, American-made knives. Inside this box, you will have a business card with QR code for his website and Facebook. You will have a certificate of authenticity, which shows all the specs on the knife. And then, of course, you will get a cool sticker. Who doesn't like cool stickers? So before we take a look at the knife, I just want to go over a couple things. Mike was originally doing one-off custom made-to-order knives. And now he's decided to scale up the business in hopes to become a bona fide full-time knife maker. The guy's currently making these impressively cool slip joints, still working a full-time job, which is kind of crazy. And this is kind of like the precipice that every maker comes to when you either decide to keep making knives as a side hustle or commit to it entirely. And I think the only way to make that happen is to either charge exorbitant prices for your work or scale up production in some other way, whether it's subbing out designs to an external OEM, which these days is typically Chinese, or supplement income between customs by investing into bigger and better in-house equipment like CNC, water jet, dual disc, stuff like that. Thankfully, Mike has chosen the latter, which is refreshing. Enter the Fabricator series. The only difference here is that Mike is using CNC to make his handle scales and water jet to cut out the basic blade from a blank. Other than that, you're still getting hand grinds, hand finishing, and this thing is being made by hand, brought into existence. Mike makes these out of a barn on his property, and he, like I said before, is a one-man show, which makes this even more impressive. So the Fabricator series is effectively a small batch in-house semi-production run. This particular example is part of a batch of just 14 knives. On the COA, you'll see that this model is the Gentleman's Trapper. Blade shape is clip point. Blade material, Nitro V. Handle material, natural canvas micarta. Batch size, 14. Built by Mike Rothman. So, I would say that Gentleman's Trapper is an appropriate name for this model. It is very dapper and gentlemanly indeed. The one he sent me to check out does have the nice natural micarta scales, but Mike has said that he's going to be switching over to G10 to try that out, which I think is a pretty good move for a utilitarian kind of everyday carry option. And also he mentioned that it's much more stable in a slip joint than micarta because there's no liners in the knife, right? You can see that beautiful belt satin finish on the blade as well as on the pins. And Nitro V steel hollow ground like this, it's giving you a laser edge. He's also got several other blade shapes available if you check out his website. There's a Warncliffe, Spear Point, and one other, I believe. But I think Nitro V is a great steel for slip joint application. It's got great edge stability, which is especially important on finely ground blades like this. Slip joints, chef knives, etc. Allows you to get a screaming sharp edge and maintain it easily. So, yeah, beautifully finished all around. And handcrafted in the USA. It doesn't get much better than that. Like I said, Mike has mentioned that he's going to be moving on to G10 for the next batch. It's more structurally rigid. And that should absolutely make for an even better user. Overall, I just love to see more USA-made products, right? I like to see more guys out there like Mike who are giving it their all in hopes to break out and do this stuff full time, turning their passion into, what they do every single day. So let's just go, what's this walk and talk thing, right? Okay. Like I said, I'm not a big slip joint guy. But if I was, that would be pretty impressive. On the blade, you can see Rothman knives, Fabricator series is designated focus on the blade. The blade steel is not marked, but like I said, this is Nitro V. So yeah, guys, be sure to check out Rothman Knives website as well as his Facebook and Instagram page. On there, you'll find some great insights into Mike's process, as well as info on new products and upcoming drops. I told Mike that I'll be passing this along to another YouTube channel to test and review. I've been out of the game for way too long, and I hope to kind of get back into at least sharing with you guys some stuff that I've picked up and some new knives and EDC stuff that's come in. But I want to find somebody that's more into traditional knives and slip joints to take a look at this and do a more in-depth video on the knife, possibly some testing, all that good stuff. So yeah, if you're into these things, into slip joints, traditionals, and you want to take the plunge into checking out one that's made 100% in the USA, definitely be sure to give Rothman Knives a look. His website is pretty impressive. A lot of information there, and he documents a lot of his process between his Facebook and Instagram pages as well. So that's about it for this video. I don't even know what we're at for time, but I did want to get this out there and show you guys an option for USA made slip joints that you can pick up. And I might have to get myself a Wharncliffe because I've always liked Wharncliffe blade shapes. And in a slip joint, I think that makes a lot of sense. So there you have it, everyone. The Fabricator series by Rothman Knives comes in this awesome tin that he also makes in-house, I've been told. I mean, just the total package right there. There you have it. And also keep an eye out for a video, hopefully coming soon, in the next week or two, that kind of gives some answers as to where I've been for the last 3 years and why I stopped making videos. Appreciate the time, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thanks.